Hey guys. So, what have I been doing all summer? Obviously, I haven't been doing YouTube, and I have to admit that I've been enjoying not having to do YouTube because it's given me time to do a lot of other things that I just never seemed to have time to do before. Number one would be reading. I have read a ton of books, and if you want to see what books I've read, check out my Instagram and Twitter. On Twitter, it's just Mrs. the Doll, and on Instagram, it's the real Mrs. the Doll. Um, yeah, so I've been reading a lot of books, and I usually, when I finish a book, I usually post a picture of the cover of the book and then just briefly say what I thought about it or what it was about. So I've been doing that, and I've been cooking like crazy. I have learned to cook Indian food, and we eat Indian food all the time now. Not every single meal, but most of the time. Um, yeah, I really like it, and my taste in food has changed so much. I never used to like a lot of spices in my food, and now I do. And I used to hate tomatoes, and now all of a sudden I like tomatoes, although I still don't like to eat them raw, but cooked, I like them. And I'm using a lot of onions and peppers, all different kinds of peppers, and I'm cooking um, dal, D-A-L. How ironic. Mrs. the Doll eats dal. D-A-L. And what it is it's like different kinds of lentils or pulses is what they call it. But I have several different kinds of those. I have a really impressive spice collection now, and I've discovered that I love Indian spices, and so I make all kinds of different stuff. I've also been getting more creative with cooking other things too. Like I went to a restaurant about a week ago, and I loved what I had so much that I went out and bought all the ingredients to make it myself, and then I put my own spin on it, which is what a lot of cooks do. And when I had it at the restaurant, it was good. When I had it at home for supper last night, it was amazing. And I've never cooked anything like that before. It was basically like a panini sandwich, and I never tried to make anything like that at home before. And this was absolutely incredible. And when I had first told my husband that I was going to do this, he was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'll like that or if I want that." I said, "Look, just try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it, obviously." Um, so the first bite that he took, he was like, "Wow, this is so good." I said, "I think so too." I said, "We'll definitely be having this again." What I did was I bought two different kinds of cheese. I got American and feta, and I just used what I had for bread. At the restaurant, they used rye. I didn't happen to have rye, so I just used what we had. I couldn't even tell you what kind of bread it is over there. And so any kind of bread will work. Well, any kind of like sandwich bread. And then, so what I did was I took an onion and a red bell pepper. And I started off with the onion. I just chopped that up into small-ish pieces. And I cooked the onion on top of the stove in some oil. And then when that was almost done, I added the red bell pepper. That was also chopped into small-ish pieces. And I cooked that. And then I cooked some spinach in a pan, just like boiled it for a couple minutes in some hot water. Then I tried to drain most of the water out of that, and then I added it to the pan, threw some spices in there, Indian spices, um, and cooked that for a little while. Then what I did was I took a couple pieces, well, 4 pieces because I was making 2 sandwiches, took 4 pieces of sandwich bread and put just a little bit of ghee, which is a type of Indian butter. But you don't. That's not like crucial. That's just what we use now. But any kind of butter, and just put a little bit on the outsides of the bread, and then I put a little bit of that spinach, onion, pepper mixture on the bread, and then I put a little bit of feta cheese, a little bit of American cheese, or one slice of American cheese on each one. And was there anything else? I'm trying to think if I'm leaving anything out. No, I don't think that was it. Or was it? Yeah, I guess that was it. So I put that on there, and then I put the two pieces of bread around it with the butter sides going outward, and I put it on my George Foreman grill for 3 minutes at the highest temperature that it will go. And these sandwiches were incredible. If you like vegetables and cheese and spices, you know, throw whatever you want for spices in there. I used garam masala, and I used chili powder and garam masala. That's what I ended up using. And then I think at the end, I think I put just a little bit of black pepper too. I don't know. I like a lot of spices now. So anyways, this was amazing. And it wasn't a recipe. I just, you know, I had the sandwich without the Indian spices at a restaurant, and I was like, I can make this at home, you know. So I just looked at the description on the menu and duplicated it. So yeah, I've been cooking like crazy and getting really creative and taking recipes and putting my own twist on it and having a blast. What else have I been doing? I listen to talk radio, been following what's going on in the news and the conventions and all that kind of stuff. And there's so much going on in the world right now. Most of it is pretty damn depressing, but I'm not going to dwell on that. All right, let's get into makeup, which is probably what you want to know anyway. What products have I been using? I have not been changing up my look a lot lately. Because I'm not doing videos, I do like a lot of the same looks day after day after day, and then when I want to change, I just, you know, I'll switch up the lipstick or the eyeshadow and then do that for a few days. But some products I haven't been changing at all. So these are the products that I've been using. Well, I'll explain it to you one product at a time. First thing I do is moisturize my lips, and you might remember me having bought those Milani Moisture Lock oils. And this, I had bought two. I finished one, and this one is almost gone. There's just a tiny little bit left in the second one. So I've been using this on my lips before I start my makeup, and then by the time I get to the end, which is the lipstick, this has sunk in enough that I can put the lipstick on there. Because this is super moisturizing, so sometimes it's difficult to apply your lip products afterwards because then it just kind of slides around. So sometimes you have to wait a little bit for this to really sink in. Then the next thing I do is I put a little bit of e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I put that in my dark circles, and I just kind of let that sink in a little bit. Then I use Essence Say No to Dark Circles, and this is just a pink color corrector, and I just put that right in the dark circles. Then I put my foundation on. I just switched. I had been using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in Mont Blanc, but that was too light because I don't spend a lot of time outside, but I spend a little bit of time each day, go for a little walk. So I do get just a small amount of sun each day. So the Mont Blanc just wasn't cutting it. It was too light. So I switched to this. This is LA Colors Liquid Makeup, and I get this at Dollar Tree, and this is in the shade Pure Beige. This is like my second half of summer color because Mont Blanc is really, really pale. And then this is just like I said, a beige. So this is what I started using today. I don't use a primer under this because, frankly, it doesn't need it. If you just apply this directly to your skin, it goes on really nice. It actually doesn't go on that good over a primer. I'm not really sure why. Some foundations don't go good over primers. This one does not. So anyway, this is what I have on today. This is going to be my second half of summer foundation. So I'll probably just use this until it's gone because there isn't a lot in these containers. You know, they're $1 at Dollar Tree. But this is a nice, amazing foundation for $1. So I put that on. Then what I've been doing lately is I've been using MAC Sculpting powder in Sculpt, and I just sculpt my face with this. Then I take my bronzer, which is Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this one is light to medium. And I put this all around the perimeter of my face, and I also even go over that sculpt a little bit just to really intensify it. And so this is just around the perimeter of my face. I love this. It smells so good. It smells like summer. It smells like coconut, suntan lotion, you know, that kind of thing. And since I went with a darker foundation starting today, I'm also going with a darker blush starting today. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette. This one is called Sugar and Spice. I think they have 2. They might even have more than that. So I used this blush right here, and then I used this highlighter. And this is really good deal for the price. You can get Makeup Revolution at Ulta. Then on my eyes, I have Maybelline Color Tattoo and Bad to the Bronze. And then what I do is I take a little bit of my Physicians Formula bronzer and just put that in the crease over that. I was a little hesitant to do that at first because this has got a really strong scent to it. So I didn't know if it would be safe to use that in the eye area, but I have been putting this in my crease every day all summer, and I haven't had any problems. So no matter what I'm doing on my eyelid, I usually use this in the crease, and it looks good because it's subtle, so you can either wear it on its own or you can put it over whatever you put in the rest of your eye area. So that's what I've got going on my eyes, and then I usually put a little bit of the Color Tattoo and Bad to the Bronze, just a tiny little bit underneath too. Then for my eyeliner, I bought this at an Indian grocery store. This is Lakme Kajal eyeliner. I posted about this on Instagram. This is such a fantastic eyeliner. If you like kohl Kajal eyeliners, this is amazing. Not expensive. I think it was $3, and there's a ton of product in there. It's not a twist up. It's a sharpen type, and I haven't had to sharpen it yet, but I probably will have to sharpen it very soon because it's not even a point anymore. And yeah, this is great because it's just the right amount of pigmentation when you put it on, and but it's like fairly intense. I really like black eyeliner with a bronze eye look. Actually, black eyeliner goes with pretty much everything. But yeah, this is Lakme, and it's an Indian makeup brand. I've always wanted to try it, but didn't. I don't think you can order it online. I mean, it maybe, I don't know. I don't like to order things online. So when I saw this at the Indian grocery store, I grabbed it and I looked, and this was the only product they had, unfortunately. I think, now that I think about it, I think they did have another liner. It might have been like a liquid liner, but that's all they had. They didn't have any of their other products there. But I think most places have Indian grocery stores. You know, if you live in a big city, I don't, but if you live in a big city, you probably have access to several Indian grocery stores. If you live in a small city, you might have access to 1 or 2 Indian grocery stores. And if you live in a small town, you probably will have to travel to find one. But if you have an Indian grocery store anywhere near you, see if they have a section that has Lakme. Actually, it's probably pronounced Lakme Kajal eyeliner. And if you don't see it, ask, because sometimes, you know, at stores they'll have things like behind the counter or things, you know, in odd places. So ask. It's really, really good. And then I've been doing my brows with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in, what color is this? Ash Brown. I already had a NYX Micro Brow Pencil, but it was in a different shade, and I realized that the reason why I didn't like it was because it wasn't the right shade for me. So this is a good shade for me. Very subtle, so you have to kind of take your time and go over it and over it and over it. But the end result, I think, is very natural looking. So I like this. The mascara that I've been using pretty much all summer is L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt. And this is really nice mascara. I love this. That's what the wand looks like. And this is gives you length, volume, everything you want. And when you first get it, it's kind of wet, so you have to sometimes wipe off the excess on the brush or wipe off the excess on your lashes. But once you've had it for a few weeks, then it's like perfect, and it makes your lashes look really good. So that's what it looks like on. And then because I changed my foundation shade and I changed what my eye look was and my blush and everything, I also switched up to a different lipstick today because I went a little darker with everything. This is NYX Slide On Glide On Stay On Indefinitely. The name of this is ridiculous. Pencil in Rosy Sunset is what I have on for a liner because it goes perfectly with my Essence lipstick in number 3 BFF. This is kind of a rosy pink color, and I had been wearing MAC Cream Cup all the time. And once I switched over to the darker foundation, darker blush and everything, you know, I needed to go with a deeper lip shade to compensate. So that's what I'm wearing for products at the moment. And like I said, I'm not really switching them up that much. I don't know, don't really feel like I need to. So have you guys been having a nice summer? I don't want to mislead you in any way. I should say that I'm not like, I'm back. I'm not really back. I just decided to do this one video just to kind of touch base with you guys. I've gotten some new subscribers, and I feel so bad because it's like, I'm getting new subscribers and I'm not making videos, and I thought, oh, that's awful. So I don't know, that kind of like guilted me into making a video, but I did want to sort of just touch base with you guys and say, you know, thank you for those of you that have reached out to me and saying that you missed me and so forth. I miss you guys, but I don't miss making the videos. I've really been enjoying reading and cooking and listening to the radio and watching Netflix. I've watched a ton of shows on Netflix. I've watched some movies and just been enjoying my summer. So I guess that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. And honestly, I don't know when I'll see you again, but I just wanted to put this out here so you could see that I'm still alive and still wearing makeup. Although I don't have anything on my nails today because I have this one fingernail that keeps splitting. It's driving me crazy. So I decided what I was going to do is just not put anything on my nails until that split grows out. And then I'll go back to painting my nails again, because every time you expose them to acetone and polish and things like that, it's not going to help matters. We'll put it that way. So yeah, so I'm going to wait on that. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you whenever.